Yo, you guys, this is Blacklist of the Abyss, and this is my review for Trinity 7, Chapter 32. Now, I'm actually a real big fan of Trinity 7. If you noticed on my channel art, Arata is on there next to Oga, so I am actually a decent-sized fan of Trinity 7, and whenever chapters get released, I'm going to review them, so look forward to those. But as for this chapter, it starts off right where the last one left off. Lilith has collapsed. So Arata and the others, they bring her to safety. It turns out she collapsed because her Magic King element has been thrown into disarray. And while this is all happening, there's this mysterious guy with this hood on, and he's watching everything that's going on in these screens in some random place, in some random room. I'm assuming he's actually there. But he's standing there watching him, and he's got this huge smile on his face. But we end up going back to Arata and the others, and Ilya was able to fix up Lilith, so that's good. It turns out that that necklace that Arata bought her a few chapters back was actually it actually helped. So good for you, Arata. Um, After this, there's actually a little bit of comedy, and with Rogue, and she's actually turning into one of my favorite characters now. She's actually really funny. Uh, she st she starts talking about when she was controlled. She learned what those security things were, and she starts talking about that. She starts talking about what they were saying. It was actually pretty funny. It was pretty funny. She's talk. Harata's like, "Wait, are you being serious?" Yes, seriously, serious. Yeah, so she's actually pretty funny. Um, and then after that, Akio, she says that the only way out is to this elevator that's in the center of the ruins. And Rogue is able to find out that Akio is a Spriggan. And apparently Spriggans are protectors of ruins and fortresses where treasures are hidden. And according to Akio, the treasure that was hidden there was this weapon. And the weapon ended up killing everyone, all the Spriggans who lived there except for her. She's the only one who survived. And now she's no longer a Spriggan, she's a Magus. So Arata is listening to this, and he's looking at his hand. There's the symbol on it, and he's thinking the reason why there's so much weight behind Akio's kicks is because of her thema, because of her faith and her belief in salvation, and how all that wraps in and mixes in with all the stuff that she's been through. That's why her kicks are so strong. But those security things, while they're talking about that, the security things come by again. Turns out that no one can really beat them except for Rogue. So and there's a little bit of comedy here. They're trying to figure out whether or not they can trust her. They end up doing it. She in a flash. She destroys all the bot things, all the flying diamond things, and comes back. And then she ends up betraying them. Then Akio pulls out Serena's camera, and Liez is there, and it's like this data tentacle rape scene. It was pretty funny, and she thought that Arata was gonna rape her or something like that. So he decides to threaten her and say that if she doesn't do what they say, that he's gonna do perverted things to her. So then she agrees to do whatever they say. They let her go. She gets back up. She gets back up, and then she betrays them again. So then Akio and Liez just stop her again. So so this time she actually just does what they say, and they're about to leave with Lilith to try and get to that elevator to leave, and then the guy from before, that mystery guy, shows up, and they can sense the magic hit element and everything, and he shows up riding this bird thing, and Lilith just teleports into his hands, and he says that his name is Abyss Trinity, and that he's the Crimson Magic King, and the Magic King of the Luxuria Archive. So that's big news there. That's a big reveal. Back when Arata transformed into the Magic King, I believe he was Astral Trinity. And his thema is the Imperium, but I believe his archive is Superbia. So I would assume that Arata, aka Astral Trinity, is the Magic King of the Superbia archive. So we know now that there are different Magic Kings. There's probably a Magic King for each archive. Superbia, Luxuria, Gula, Era, all of them. So that's interesting to know that not only are there multiple Magic King candidates, but there are multiple Magic Kings. And even after all this, there's another reveal that the Magic King of the Luxuria archive is actually Lilith's father. That's why she has the Magic King element. And her last name is apparently Azazel. You know, some fallen angel crap right there. So this chapter, at first I was going to give it a good just because of all the comedy, but I'm actually going to give it a 9 out of 10 now. The ending, the comedy, the potential, it's really a great chapter. So chapter 32 of Trinity 7 gets a 9 out of 10. It was great. And that's it. Rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.